Is that you too short?
Yeah, I'm pulling up smooth, had to do it to him. Hit him with the 1-2, had to do it to him.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. We'll watch Atlanta in this one as they go up against the 76ers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Hey, Clark, how has this season gone so far in your estimation? Are teams meeting expectations?
Some are, some aren't, and that's pretty normal at this time, right? I mean, it's so hard to predict which teams are going to succeed early. But like every season, it's fun watching teams go through the process of discovering themselves.
And taken away by Wallace. Now Miller. Pass to Jordan. This one for three. Buries it from three-point range.
Showing some nice touch from the perimeter. The defense has to respect Jordan's three-point shot, or he'll make them pay.
And here is Marion. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now, here is Miller. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Out to Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Miller outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Atlanta. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And here are the 76ers now. Following the three-point attempt by Sean Marion. Here's Rice. Misses off the right iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Miller against Arenas. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
The more you watch Arenas, the more it seems like the sky is the limit when it comes to his ability. Starting to do things you just don't expect from a guy his size.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by one. And he makes both free throws.
You know, with the style of game he has, seems like no matter the system, he's going to succeed.
Here's Miller. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Got that one up quick.
Rise and fire. You got to love his aggressiveness off the catch.
Pass to Rice. Over Marion. Rice, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Seeking out the contact inside.
The Atlanta shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he can't get the first one. Jason Richardson is checked in for the 76ers. Good on the second free throw. Jordan with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Pass to Miller. The tray. He wants the rebound. For Atlanta, they come in off a loss to Houston.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Now, here is Miller, following the miss by Sean Marion. Pass to Jordan, a three ball, good, and Miller gets the assist. Jordan's got 6 points.
This demonstrates to me the confidence Jordan has at this young age. I mean, phenomenal at shooting in rhythm.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. Williams is checked in for Gilbert Arenas. And the 76ers also making a change. Olowokandi, he's checked in for Wallace. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Williams with the ball. Camby picks him up. Williams against Miller. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Now here's Jordan. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's the floater. He lays it in. 8 points for him.
Operating close to the rim, very comfortable for Michael Jordan. He knows exactly how to capitalize.
Pass to Kittle. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Nice work. Got the look he wanted from the perimeter and made it count.
Williams against Miller. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
What a player. His attitude and confidence, infectious.
And the second free throw, good. So it's the Hawks now. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Dixon. No good with the triple. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. The 9-foot shot. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 10 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Pass to Marion. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On the wing, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Williams, a screen on Miller. And yes, it's good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Jordan after the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Campbell. And here's Richardson outside. Rebounded by Kemp. Here's Williams. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Kemp a screen on Jordan. Marion off target with his three. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hawks lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Now here's Arenas. To the middle. Here's Williams. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Arenas setting up teammates. What a great pass.
Stoudemire kicks to Richardson. Back to Stoudemire. Out to Wallace. Fires for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Wallace has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Savvy pass, moving the ball to the person with the best shot on the floor.
Outside Kemp. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Philadelphia shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Stoudemire against Williams. Stoudemire kicks to Richardson. Back to Stoudemire. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Stoudemire against Williams. Up again.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
On the wing, Jason Richardson. He's guarded by Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Oluwakandy comes in for Mason. And Miller's subbed in for Stoudemire. From deep, Richardson. Good work defensively by Arenas. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Kittle. Richardson covering. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Divac sets a screen. Arenas, good. Arenas has got 5 points so far.
And that pick and roll is all about reading the situation. Two teammates in perfect sync there.
Unloads from 13. Rebound, Atlanta.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Outside Williams. Pass to Kittles. It's good. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Miller right side. Richardson outside. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 3 assists now in this one.
And the defense, you can't forget about Richardson from deep. His three-pointer is extremely dangerous.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. For the Hawks, Grant is checked in for Williams, and Marion subbed in for Williams. Philadelphia also making some changes. Mason checks in for Oluwakandy, and it's Jordan in for Wallace. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Atlanta ball.
Grant outside. Richardson against Marion. Clock at 6. Takes it in.
Dunk contest worthy stuff from Sean Marion. That's flat out ridiculous.
Philadelphia trails by 3. Here's Miller. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Quick off the bounce.
Philadelphia shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Williams, he's checked in for the Hawks.
At the line for 1.
That free throw good from Miller. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Williams. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Marion. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Grant. Off with the layup. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Rice. Still without a basket. They grab their own miss. Jordan with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 2.
You know, we've heard a ton about Jordan's competitive fire, and you could see it on display right there. He created a nice second chance opportunity.
Now here's Williams. Here's Kittles. Sinks the three-pointer. Kittles has got 5 points now in the quarter. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Marion passes to Williams. Back to Marion. The 3. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
That unique-looking jumper of Marion's, I mean, it's more effective than it is pretty.
Now, here is Jordan. He's got 12. The rebound by Grant.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Marion. 8 points for him. To the paint with his first shot attempt. Devonts gets the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
You see the fluidity there. Vladdy's a better athlete than most give him credit for.
Pass to Rice to stop the run. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Bang, bang. That's being shot ready.
Williams against Miller. Marion with it. No one near him. That ball can't find the basket. His 6th miss in 9 shots. Now here's Jordan. Defense right on him. Atlanta with the rebound. Devonts has got his 5th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up toward the rim. A shot by Marion, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks on top, up by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Miller inside. He's covered by Arenas. Bucket is good. Miller's got 8 points.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Miller against Arenas. Pass to Kittles. On the wing, Marion lets it go with the 3. And it's Sean Marion again missing.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Marion left side, taken away. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way over Kittles. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead. Atlanta calls timeout. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Arenas has doubled. A tight game here in Atlanta. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to Marcus Camby. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Wallace. And he can't bank that one in. Atlanta's shooting here about 46% for the game. Outside Arenas. Grant outside. Pass to D-Bots. 6 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Connects from three-point range. Arenas has got 8 points.
And when the ball is in his hands, you just feel like it's going in.
Miller outside. And a wide-open look for Jordan. That's it, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got 5 assists tonight.
Jordan has the talent, the drive, and the stamina to do this on a nightly basis. Absolutely relentless.
Out left to the wing. Down low. Here's D-Bots. Nice D from Camby.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Miller against Arenas. A fadeaway. Rebound by the Hawks. Grant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Marion passes to Arenas. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Rice, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Arenas. Pass to D-Bots. 11 feet out and he hits it. D-Bots has got his second bucket. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Rice, guarded by Marion. Rice, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Arenas. Grant sets a screen for Arenas. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Hawks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Jason Richardson is checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers shooting it well here in the third, about 50%.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And they double up Jordan over Kittles. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And you look at the draft this year and the coming years, Clark, a lot more high schoolers are considering making the jump to the pros.
Yeah, and that's always been interesting to me. For some, it's the right move, but for most, that's a significant jump that shouldn't be made. But there is another pathway with the NBA founding the Development League in 2001, and that could give some of these high schoolers who may not be ready for the NBA a chance to gain some additional experience.
Atlanta making some changes. Kemp comes in for Vlade Divac. And it's Williams in for Gilbert Arenas. Pass to Kemp. Williams dishes to Williams. Williams, a screen on Miller. Here's Kittle. On the wing, Mary. Clock at 6. From the arc. The Hawks again can't hit.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Williams against Jordan. Over Williams. No good from Jordan. The Atlanta trails by 4. Williams with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. Pass to Kittles. Over Miller. The Hawks again can't hit. The 76ers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Richardson against Marion. So it's Richardson with the jam.
We all know Richardson can really throw it down. Got to keep him away from the basket, or you're going to pay the posterizing price.
Here's Kittles. 11 points in the game. Now Williams. Pass to Kittles. Marion outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Richardson. Kemp passes to Marion. The kick out to Williams.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
.11 seconds left to play here in the third. And here is Marion. Count it. Marion's got 10.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Got it off in time. And that one released in time, but no good. The third quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Atlanta trails by 4. And a wide open look for Arenas. And Sean Kemp picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Good awareness that time by him. I like when he gets it to his open teammates. Keep your eyes and head up.
Stoudemire outside. Pass to Miller. Back to Stoudemire. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kemp. Hawks shooting well. They're at 45%. Arenas with it. And here's Kemp. Inside. Here's Rodgers. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Rice. He's covered by Kemp. That one falls. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Points in close are always something coaches strive for.
Right wing. The Hawks working the ball around. Williams, a screen on Stoudemire. Back to Arenas. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one. And for the 76ers, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. There's a screen. Here's Stoudemire. Here's Olowokandi. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Olowokandi's got his first bucket of the night. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 for the field to get the fourth quarter started. And the 76ers with possession. The lead is 2. Stoudemire outside. Pass to Miller. Puts up a 3. Drills it from outside.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Miller's gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. Now Williams. Back to Arenas. And stolen by Richardson. Williams against Miller. Pass to Stoudemire. Here's Rice. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Kemp. Kemp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Arenas outside. They get the rebound. And it's Williams with the jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Count that bucket. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys. Well, the Hawks coach had some words for his team during the last timeout. He challenged his team. He said they're not going to give us this one. We have to take it from them, starting now. We'll see if that message resonated. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Pass to Marion. Over Camby. Atlanta again, missing. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game. And then slammed in by Jordan.
All right, young fella, I see you out there, rookie, reminding this crowd that he has arrived. Jordan with the big-time jam.
Arenas with it. Camby picks him up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And that one falls for Arenas. He's off on the second. Philadelphia leading by 6. Here's Rice. Pass to Jordan from downtown. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
Every coach in this league loves assisted buckets.
76ers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Ice.
What you love about Marion is he's so versatile defensively. He can guard just about every position.
Here's Arenas, rejected by Camden. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Blocked again. And now Philadelphia on the break. They get it back. Here's Wallace. Good on the shot. And the 76ers lead by 6.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Divac a screen on Miller. Arenas against Miller. No good from Arenas.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Miller with the ball. Six on the shot clock, and they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Miller outside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 9. Outside Arenas. Divac. The shot, no good. And so here is Philadelphia. Wallace with the ball, and Arenas picks him up defensively. There's the double team with Grant. Wallace kicks to Jordan. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. They got it done.
Now, here is Miller. So Philadelphia wins it, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Tell me what I gotta do so you don't feel away. I only give it up, I don't wanna lay. Please tell me that free cause I don't wanna pay. For sure, I can tell in the way that you're watching me that you